When we look at maps, we don't really realize just how precariously balanced global trade is. Trillions of dollars worth of goods have to pass through those narrow straits and canals every single day. We hear the Panama Canal is drying up. Ships can't pass because the water level has dropped. As for the Suez Canal, as we all know, the geopolitical crises just won't end. So what are the shipping giants supposed to do? They're forced to reroute all the way to the southernmost tip of Africa, the Cape of Good Hope. Of course, that means weeks of delays. It means millions of dollars in extra fuel costs. And at the end of the day, it means inflation that hits your pocket and mine. But here's the real issue. Look, this is truly fascinating. The world's major powers aren't currently thinking about how to reopen those blocked channels. Their eyes are fixed on a completely different place, much further north, the North Pole. For years, scientists have been saying, the glaciers are melting. We're headed for disaster, right? And they're right. But when you look at the financial and geopolitical side of things, that cold, ruthless reality hits you in the face. On Wall Street or in Beijing, these melting glaciers aren't seen as an environmental disaster, but as the greatest opportunity of the century. Because as that ice melts, the legendary Northern Sea route connecting Asia and Europe is opening up. What's more, it's opening up enough to allow ship traffic not just during the summer months, but for a much larger portion of the year. Now let's dive into the math a bit, because at the end of the day, power lies in the numbers. Let's say you've loaded goods onto a cargo ship in Shanghai and are sending them to Hamburg, Germany. Via the traditional Suez route, this journey takes about 48 days. But if you route that same ship northward, through Russia along that new route, the journey drops to 35 days, sometimes even less. In shipping, a 13 to 14-day difference means massive fuel savings. And there's more. On this route, there are no canal congestion crises, no transit quotas, no pirate threats, and no insurance crises caused by wars in the Middle East. There's just the boundless ocean. And of course, there's the master of that ocean. This is exactly where the story takes a turn. A very large portion of this route passes through Russian waters, and Russia holds a power that no other country in the world possesses: fleets of nuclear-powered icebreakers. For Russia, struggling under Western sanctions and facing isolation, this route is, quite literally, a lifeline. So who's going to finance this massive infrastructure? Russia doesn't have the money to do it alone. Guess who's stepping in? China. China has taken this new route, added it to its famous Belt and Road Initiative, and given it a name: the Polar Silk Road. Right now, Chinese companies are pouring, literally, billions of dollars into Russian ports, LNG facilities, and logistics hubs in the Arctic region. Can you imagine? While Europe and America are grappling with the security of their old trade routes and their own internal crises, Russia and China have already begun laying the asphalt, or rather the ice, for the world's next major trade highway. Frankly, I draw a very clear lesson from this. The climate is changing, yes. But beneath those melting glaciers, it's not just nature that's disappearing. The West's century-long hegemony over global maritime trade is also melting away. If you want to see where money and power are shifting in this new world, you shouldn't look at where the ships are going, but where the ice is melting. In the EcoVantage report, we'll continue to explore these silent battles behind the headlines. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next analysis.